What's up, my Omi homies and fellow NFT collectors? As you may have heard, we've got Lamborghini dropping NFTs on the VeVe app on Sunday, this Sunday at 8 a.m. Pacific time, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I wanted to come to you guys with a quick video letting you know what my price predictions are for the Lamborghinis after the drop, letting you know what the best drop technique to use on this drop will be to better your chances, and also to talk about some of the market action that we saw in the past on some of the big drops like Miles Morales and the first appearance of Darth Vader, so that we can have an idea of what the market prices might look like when it opens after the drop on Sunday. So first off, really quickly, if you haven't heard the details of the drop that's happening on Sunday for Lamborghinis, the retail price is going to be 70 gems. Edition size for the uncommon, the least scarce of the 4 NFTs dropping, is a little bit under 3,000 at 2,950, and then that rare is a little bit over 2,000 at 2,014 total editions. My favorite one of the day is going to be the ultra rare. It's got 1,000 editions and it's got the dark red and the black paint. And then you got the secret rare at 640 editions, and keep in mind that they're going to be keeping 90 of those for themselves, and they'll also be keeping at least 70 of them for early investors into the OMI token. So that's 160 that are being held back out of the 640. So that means you're going to have, 480 of them that are available to the public on drop day. Alright, before we start talking about the best way to get the drop at drop time or the best way to make money in the market after the drop, let's talk about exactly what we're buying for people who are new to the app. What exactly is a digital collectible or an NFT? And if you don't know a lot about digital collectibles yet, the most important thing to understand is that what makes them valuable is the fact that they're on a blockchain. The security and benefits of owning assets that are backed by blockchain technology has proven its worth through cryptocurrency. You can see the value of Bitcoin keeps going up because people understand that the blockchain is forever, it can't be hacked, and it's secure. And in that same vein, instead of currency, some people are starting to store their digital collectibles on the blockchain, and that's where VeVe comes in, because they have the licenses for big companies like Lamborghini, Disney, Coca-Cola, and they are putting their digital collectibles on the blockchain, and we have the opportunity to buy them. I just put a video out on my channel last week about a recent court case against Hermes that shows that these valuable licenses will be upheld in the eyes of the law, even in Web3. And Sunday's drop in particular is one of the most highly anticipated licenses to hit the VeVe app. It's the Lamborghinis. Win Lambo is a phrase that has been used a lot in the crypto and NFT communities, signifying that they are hoping to get rich off of the project that they're in. And now VeVe really does have Lambo, and I think that's going to draw in a lot of cryptocurrency and NFT collectors who aren't already on the app. So let's talk about what the best technique will be to use on Sunday on drop day to make sure that we're able to get the drop and buy one of these Lamborghinis at retail price. Since Sunday's drop is a blind box drop, there is a particular technique that we use on the blind box drops that we think are going to sell out right away, which we're sure that Lamborghini is going to, and that is to use the old space gate technique. The buy now button pops up right beneath the comment and heart icons on the drop page as soon as the drop begins. So our technique is to start spam clicking with our finger in that blank space right underneath those icons when there's about 2 or 3 seconds left on the clock, and then just keep spam clicking all the way until the buy now pops up so that you get in there fast and you have a better chance of hitting it. So the technique you need to remember is just that space gate technique, spam clicking in that blank space right before the drop begins, but that's just the beginning of it. You need to make sure on a big drop day like this that you do all the little stuff that's going to add extra speed to your device at drop time. One thing I always suggest people do on drop days is to reset their routers, their modems, and their devices, and to make sure that they don't have a bunch of unused apps on their device that they're going for the drop with. You want to make sure that you have less than 70% of your memory used up on that device, because once you get past 70%, it starts slowing you down a little bit. Another important thing to keep in mind is that you want to log on to the VeVe app at least 15 or 20 minutes before the Lamborghini drop, because there's going to be a lot of traffic and it might get really laggy, and you might get stuck trying to log on as the drop is happening. Once you're in the app, it's always smart to go to your profile, go to your settings, and then click on My Files and remove your downloaded files from your app before the drop begins. After the drop, you can always go right back to that page and re-download those files. Those files are just the images of your NFTs when you look at them in the showroom or on the market. Keep in mind though, even with those tips, there are other factors, some that are beyond your control. For example, your location is going to play a factor on whether you're able to hit that drop or not. People that live on the East Coast of the United States have a big advantage, it seems, and then certain places of the world have a little bit of a disadvantage at drop time and might not be able to get the drop. That's why we're going to talk about price predictions and market actions so that we're able still to make a little bit of extra gems by maybe flipping or buying early on the market. Alright guys, my price predictions for Lamborghini are probably pretty bullish. I know in the past on big drops that I kind of underestimated what the prices were going to be. So on the Lamborghini Uncommon, I got 150 gems. This is for 24 hours after the drop. I got 175 gems as my price prediction on the rare 24 hours after the drop. 650 on the ultra rare. And on that secret rare, I'm all the way up to 1700. It would probably be a good idea to go through and check some of the other VeVe YouTubers because a lot of them are going to be putting out their price predictions on the Lamborghini drop, so you get a better idea of what people are thinking it's going to look like in the market. Alright guys, on a big drop like Lamborghini, there's a lot of opportunity in the market if you can judge it correctly to make some extra gems, or even if you're a good sniper to pick up some low serial numbers that you can flip for extra gems as well. If you want to find out more about sniping, me and the VeVe Drop channel have both put out a couple good videos about that. You can check those out with the links in the description. But what I want to talk about during this video is the market action after the ultra rare Vader drop and the Miles Morales drop so that we can get a better idea of what to expect on a big drop like Sundays. Alright, on that Darth Vader drop, we didn't check the market till about 15 minutes after the drop began, but starting out, the common was going for about 85, the uncommon was around 94, and the ultra rare started off around 720. We checked the market about 15 minutes later and the prices hadn't changed much. The common and the uncommon were about the same, and the ultra rare had jumped up a little bit and was at 780 gems. Checking the market again about 20 minutes later, the common hadn't moved, still around 87, but the uncommon already started to go up. It was at 135, and the ultra rare was all the way up to 899 gems. Alright, then checking the market about an hour after the drop, the common had went up a little to 90, uncommon came back down to 104, but the ultra rare continued to go up and was at about 999 gems. And then checking the market one more time about an hour and 20 minutes after the drop began, the common still sitting around 90 gems, uncommon had started to come back up again at 115, and that ultra rare just keeps on going up, and I think that's important. We'll talk about it in a second. Let's look at the Miles Morales drop and the market action afterwards. Alright, first just checking out that secret rare, which could see the same action as the Lamborghini secret rare. You can see as soon as the market opened after Miles Morales, 2 or 3 minutes after the market opened, it started off at 4K. There was a couple listed there between 4,000 and 5,000. Somebody popped one up for 550, which I tried really hard to snipe, but unfortunately didn't get. And then after that, those two at 4K got purchased. There were none listed for a minute, and then they started coming back up at 50K at first, and then 15K, and then 10K was the initial floor for secret rare Miles. So about 4 minutes after that Miles Morales drop, the rare was sitting at 289, the ultra rare floor was around 550, and that secret rare floor was right around 9K. Checking back on those prices, 20 minutes after the drop, the rare had moved all the way up to 385, ultra rare went up a little bit to 595, and the secret rare came back down to under 5,000. And then checking in one more time on the rare and the secret rare about 30 or 40 minutes after the drop, the rare had gone back down to 282, and the secret rare continued to fall and was at 3K. So I expect to see pretty similar price action on the market after the Lamborghini drop because this is a big one. What I would suggest, and of course, as always, not financial advice, but I'm pretty confident that a good move here is to pick up these Lamborghinis as soon as the market opens after the drop. Whether you're going for the rare, the uncommon, or the ultra rare, even the secret rare if you have a lot of gems, I'm expecting that those prices are going to start off wherever they start off, whether they're close to my predictions or not. But wherever they're at, they're only going to go up from there, at least for the next 20 or 30, maybe even 45 minutes. Then we might see a dip again like we see on these other big drops in the market after the drop. But if you can get a hold of those Lambos early and then sell them off at the top before they dip again, you could probably make a lot of gems on the market on Sunday. Alright guys, hopefully this information comes in handy for you on drop day. I will be live streaming the drop as always here on my YouTube channel, so come on by and do the drop with me, and I'll see y'all then. Later.